Get ready for a rapid-fire update that's going to blow you away. The world of tech never sleeps, and neither do we. We're diving headfirst into the stories that are shaping tomorrow, today. From corporate shakeups to groundbreaking innovations, if it's happening, you're going to hear about it here first, and with all the energy you've come to expect. Don't miss a single second as we unpack the latest must-know developments that are making waves across the industry. We've got the inside scoop, the breaking news, and the analysis you need to stay ahead of the curve. This is Microsoft Sphere, and we're bringing you the pulse of the planet right now. First up, we're talking about major consequences at a tech giant. When company policy meets passionate protest, things can get intense, and we've got the details on employees facing significant repercussions after a bold move on corporate turf. What happened? Why did it happen? And what does it mean for the future of employee activism within the company? We're breaking it all down. Then, we're shifting gears to the cutting edge of artificial intelligence. Get ready, because our favorite tech titan is rolling out its own AI models, built from the ground up. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a statement. We'll explore what these new AI tools can do, how they stack up against the competition, and what this means for the future of AI development and accessibility. The AI race is on, and Microsoft is planting its flag. But the story doesn't end there. We're also looking at the lingering effects of significant workforce changes. Following major layoffs and project cancellations, we're seeing the ripple effects hit studios hard. Discover how these decisions are impacting creative teams and what it means for the projects we were all excited about. It's a look behind the curtain at the realities of the fast-paced tech landscape. And finally, we're circling back to the strategic moves in the AI arena. It's not just about building new tech, it's about a calculated shift in how major players approach the future. We'll analyze the broader implications of this move towards self-reliance in AI development and what it signals for the entire tech sector. Stick around, because you won't want to miss any of this. Hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and let's get started. Radical repercussions. Tech giant fires employees after office occupation. In a dramatic turn of events that underscores the high stakes of employee activism in the corporate world, Microsoft has taken decisive action by terminating 2 employees following their alleged involvement in a disruptive protest that targeted the company's president. The incident, which saw a group of activists storm and occupy the Redmond, Washington, office of President Brad Smith, has led to significant consequences for those involved, highlighting a zero-tolerance policy for actions deemed to be in breach of company conduct. The group, which included the 2 now former Microsoft employees, Anna Haddle and Ricky Famely, along with a former Google employee, reportedly barricaded themselves inside Smith's office, live-streaming their demands. These demands centered on accusations of crimes against humanity, including complicity in genocide and involvement in kidnap and torture, specifically referencing the company's ties with Israel. The protesters issued a stark warning, stating that a failure to appear in the People's Court would result in escalated actions against Microsoft executives. Law enforcement intervened shortly after, leading to the arrest of the 7 individuals involved. The following day, a Microsoft spokeswoman confirmed the termination of the 2 employees, citing serious breaches of company policies and our code of conduct. The spokeswoman elaborated that 1 employee violated the business conduct policy, participated in an unlawful break-in at executive offices, and had been arrested on company premises on 2 separate occasions. The 2nd employee was involved in the break-in and subsequent arrest. These incidents are inconsistent with the expectations we maintain for our employees, the spokeswoman stated, adding that the company was cooperating fully with law enforcement and continuing its investigation. President Brad Smith himself commented on the incident, noting the discovery of listening devices planted in his office. He emphasized that while freedom of expression is valued, actions such as storming buildings, occupying offices, and obstructing others are unacceptable. This occupation was reportedly orchestrated by No Azure for Apartheid, NAA, an organization comprised of current and former Microsoft employees advocating for the company to cease its business dealings with Israel, provide reparations to Palestinians, and end what they term genocide powered by Microsoft technology. The group has engaged in various forms of protest recently, including demonstrations outside the homes of Microsoft executives and temporary encampments. Anna Hattel, one of the terminated employees, had previously participated in earlier demonstrations without facing disciplinary action until the office occupation. She was among 20 individuals arrested on August 20th for charges including trespassing and resisting arrest during an encampment. During that protest, activists allegedly defaced a Microsoft sign with red paint and displayed imagery honoring Hamas and Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine. A Microsoft spokeswoman confirmed that 3 other individuals arrested during that period were former employees terminated for similar conduct. Other employees, such as Julius Shan and Nisreen Jaradat, have also been involved in recent unrest, though they have not faced termination. Shan had sent a company-wide email announcing an encampment, while Jaradat had been disciplined earlier for circulating a petition urging employees to resign over the company's ties to the Israeli military. Previously, Microsoft had fired other employees, including Ibtihal Abousad and Vania Agrawal, for disrupting company events and accusing Microsoft of complicity in apartheid and genocide. Joe Lopez, another NAA member, was also terminated for similar disruptive actions. The financial backing for the legal defense of those arrested has drawn attention, with NAA reportedly soliciting donations for the Northwest Community Bail Fund, an organization that has received significant funding from entities linked to George Soros. This bold move by Microsoft sends a clear message about its stance on employee conduct. But speaking of bold moves, we're diving deep into how Microsoft is charting its own course in the rapidly evolving world of artificial intelligence. Microsoft unleashes in-house AI powerhouses, MAI Voice 1 and MAI 1 Preview. In a significant stride towards greater self-sufficiency and innovation in the artificial intelligence landscape, Microsoft has unveiled 2 groundbreaking AI models developed entirely in-house, MAI Voice 1 and MAI 1 Preview. This strategic release marks a pivotal moment for the tech giant, signaling a clear intent to not only leverage, but also lead in the burgeoning AI sector, independent of external dependencies. MAI Voice 1 stands out as Microsoft's inaugural natural speech generation model, a testament to its commitment to advancing human-computer interaction through sophisticated voice technology. This model is already being integrated into key Microsoft features, notably the Copilot Daily and podcast functionalities, enhancing user experience with more natural and responsive voice capabilities. The development of such a model is crucial for creating more intuitive and engaging digital assistants and content creation tools. Complementing its voice counterpart, MAI 1 Preview is a text-based foundation model, representing Microsoft's first end-to-end trained model in this domain. This model is now accessible for public testing on LM Arena, a platform designed for evaluating and comparing AI models. Furthermore, Microsoft plans to roll out MAI 1 Preview in select Copilot applications in the coming weeks, allowing a wider audience to experience its capabilities firsthand. The availability of these models for public testing is a critical step in refining their performance and understanding their real-world applications. Mustafa Suleyman, the leader of Microsoft's AI division, highlighted in an interview with Semaphore that the development of these models was driven by a core focus on efficiency and cost-effectiveness. MAI Voice 1, for instance, operates on a single GPU, showcasing remarkable efficiency. MAI 1 Preview, while requiring more resources, was trained using approximately 15,000 NVIDIA H100 GPUs. This figure is notably less than the resources utilized by some competitors. For example, xAI's Grok reportedly required over 100,000 such chips for its training. Suleyman emphasized the importance of data selection in model training, stating, "Increasingly, the art and craft of training models is selecting the perfect data and not wasting any of your flops on unnecessary tokens that didn't actually teach your model very much." This approach suggests a more refined and targeted strategy in AI development. While Microsoft Copilot, the company's flagship AI assistant, is primarily built upon OpenAI's GPT technology, the decision to develop its own foundational models, despite substantial investments in OpenAI, underscores Microsoft's ambition to establish itself as an independent competitor. This move signals a long-term vision for AI development, with Suleiman outlining an enormous 5-year roadmap that we're investing in quarter after quarter. In an era where concerns about an AI bubble are surfacing, Microsoft's aggressive timeline is crucial to validate its independent strategy and ensure its investments yield significant returns. The introduction of these in-house models positions Microsoft to exert greater control over its AI roadmap, potentially leading to more customized solutions and faster innovation cycles. It also reflects a broader trend in the tech industry, where companies are seeking to build proprietary AI capabilities to maintain a competitive edge. These powerful new AI tools are set to redefine user interaction and content creation. But what happens when the creative process itself faces disruption? We're turning our attention to the lingering aftershocks of recent workforce changes impacting game development studios. Aftershocks of layoffs, Crystal Dynamics faces new round of cuts amidst project cancellations. The gaming industry continues to grapple with the fallout from significant workforce reductions, and the Tomb Raider studio, Crystal Dynamics, is once again at the center of these challenging developments. The studio has announced another round of layoffs, citing evolving business conditions as the primary driver for parting ways with an undisclosed number of its talented employees. This latest round of cuts follows a pattern of instability that has affected numerous studios in the wake of larger industry shifts and company-wide restructuring. In a statement posted on LinkedIn, Crystal Dynamics conveyed the difficulty of the decision, emphasizing that it was necessary to ensure the long-term health of our studio and core creative priorities in a continually shifting market. This marks the second instance of significant layoffs for the studio this year. In March, it let go of 17 employees, a move also justified as essential for the studio's future success. The impact of these layoffs is closely tied to the cancellation of the highly anticipated Perfect Dark reboot, a project Crystal Dynamics was co-developing. This cancellation occurred in July as part of broader layoffs affecting approximately 9,000 employees across Microsoft. The closure of the initiative, the lead developer on the Perfect Dark project, further exacerbated the situation, with Crystal Dynamics' involvement as a co-developer in 2021 now appearing to be a direct contributor to the current workforce reductions. Several employees who were let go from Crystal Dynamics have publicly stated on LinkedIn that their roles were directly related to the Perfect Dark reboot. Narrative designer Leyland Nishi, for example, explicitly mentioned that her layoff occurred in the aftermath of Perfect Dark's cancellation. This highlights the direct and profound impact that the cancellation of a major project can have on the teams involved, particularly when those teams are already operating under evolving business conditions. Crystal Dynamics has assured affected employees that they will receive the full extent of support and resources at our disposal. The studio also expressed gratitude to its remaining employees and fans for their continued support as we build a creative, sustainable, and resilient tomorrow together. Importantly, the studio confirmed that these cuts will not impact the future of Tomb Raider, a franchise with a dedicated global following. However, the future of Tomb Raider itself remains somewhat uncertain. While a unified Lara art release in early 2024 and Lara Croft's appearances in games like Pinball FX and World of Tanks have hinted at ongoing development, there has been no official announcement regarding a new Tomb Raider game. The last installment, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, was released in 2018, leaving fans eager for the next chapter. The situation at Crystal Dynamics mirrors broader industry trends, such as the layoffs at Romero Games following project cancellations and funding issues. These events underscore a prevailing instability within the sector, which, in turn, has fueled a push for increased unionization. Notably, over 450 employees on the Diablo development team at Microsoft-owned Activision, Blizzard recently voted to unionize, citing job instability and the constant threat of layoffs as key motivators. Similar unionization efforts have also taken place within Blizzard's World of Warcraft and Overwatch 2 teams, as well as at Microsoft-owned Bethesda game studios. These workforce adjustments paint a stark picture of the challenges facing game development. But moving from the creative sector to the strategic core of tech, we're examining Microsoft's broader AI approach and what it means for the entire industry. Microsoft's AI self-reliance, a strategic pivot signaling industry-wide shifts. In a move that could redefine the competitive landscape of artificial intelligence, Microsoft is increasingly emphasizing a strategy of self-reliance in its AI development, a pivot that carries significant implications for the broader tech sector. This shift suggests a deliberate effort by the company to cultivate its own AI capabilities, potentially reducing its dependence on external partners and gaining greater control over its technological future. The tech giant's recent introduction of in-house AI models, such as MAI Voice 1 for natural speech generation and MAI 1 Preview, a text-based foundation model, underscores this commitment. These developments, as previously reported, are not merely incremental upgrades, but represent a foundational step in building proprietary AI infrastructure. By developing these models end-to-end, Microsoft aims to achieve greater efficiency, cost-effectiveness, and customization, allowing it to tailor AI solutions precisely to its diverse product ecosystem and strategic goals. This pursuit of AI self-sufficiency is particularly noteworthy given Microsoft's substantial investments in OpenAI. While maintaining a strong partnership, the concurrent development of internal AI talent and infrastructure indicates a dual strategy. This approach allows Microsoft to harness the cutting-edge research and capabilities of OpenAI while simultaneously building its own robust AI foundation. Such a balance is crucial for long-term competitiveness, enabling the company to innovate rapidly and adapt to the fast-evolving AI market without being solely reliant on a single external source. The implications of this strategy extend beyond Microsoft's internal operations. As a dominant player in cloud computing, operating systems, and productivity software, Microsoft's advancements in AI have a ripple effect across the technology sector. Companies that rely on Microsoft's platforms may see new AI-powered features integrated more seamlessly, potentially driving adoption and setting new standards for AI integration. Furthermore, this emphasis on proprietary AI development could spur increased competition, encouraging other major tech firms to accelerate their own in-house AI initiatives. Analysts suggest that this strategic shift is a response to the immense potential and rapid growth of the AI market. By investing heavily in internal AI capabilities, Microsoft is positioning itself to capture a larger share of this market, driving innovation in areas like generative AI, machine learning, and data analytics. This focus on self-reliance also allows for greater agility in adapting to market demands and regulatory changes, providing a buffer against potential disruptions in the external AI landscape. Moreover, the emphasis on efficiency and cost-effectiveness in developing models like MAI 1 Preview signals a pragmatic approach to scaling AI. As AI becomes more integrated into everyday technology, the ability to develop and deploy powerful models without prohibitive costs will be a key differentiator. Microsoft's investment in optimizing its AI training processes, as evidenced by its use of NVIDIA H100 GPUs compared to industry benchmarks, demonstrates a keen awareness of these economic realities. This strategic direction by Microsoft reflects a broader trend in the tech industry, where companies are increasingly looking inward to build core competencies, particularly in areas as critical as artificial intelligence. The pursuit of AI self-reliance is not just about technological advancement. It is a strategic imperative for maintaining leadership and driving future growth in an increasingly AI-centric world. Microsoft's push for AI independence is a clear indicator of its future direction. Now, let's quickly recap the biggest stories of the day and what they mean for you. That's a wrap on today's essential updates. We saw major repercussions for employees involved in disruptive protests, Microsoft launching its own powerful AI models, the ongoing impact of layoffs hitting game development studios, and a deep dive into Microsoft's strategic AI self-reliance. Don't miss out on the next wave of tech news. Hit that like button, subscribe to Microsoft Sphere for all the latest, turn on notifications so you never miss an update, drop a comment with your thoughts, and follow us on all social platforms to stay connected.